School is out for the summer, and we wanted to take some time to discuss some of the events happening here within our local community over the next few months. That's next on WNIN Newsmakers. I'm April Nading, filling in for Amy Mangold. There are so many great events for our community to enjoy this summer. We're joined by Haley Reynolds of Visit Evansville, who will be telling us about some of the events happening in Evansville. So we're ready for the dish. What great things are we going to be doing?
Absolutely. Well, happy summer to everyone in the Evansville area. We're excited to welcome the Professional Bull Riding Series. They're returning for their second year at the Ford Center on May 27th. So you'll see a bunch of cowboys roaming the streets of downtown Evansville. So get excited, ladies. The first and second week of June, we're excited.
All the Yellowstone fans can come out.
Absolutely. You can bet. You can bet. The first and second weekend of June, we're excited to welcome back the Jehovah's Witness Conference. We'll be expecting about 6,000 people each weekend. So you'll be prepared for a little bit of longer waits at some restaurants, but this is the first time they're back in our market since 2019. So we're really excited to be able to welcome a bunch of guests
to our area. That takes up a lot of hotels too.
Yes, absolutely. So I mean, think about it, about 3,000 hotel rooms each weekend. So that's going to be a really, really great piece of business for us, and we're excited to welcome them back.
Sure.
And then the USSSA Pride Games, so professional softball team will be back at Bosse Field this year, July 10th through the 12th, and everybody will be able to go and enjoy those games, along with welcoming our largest softball tournament at Deaconess Sports Park, called the USSSA Great Lakes National, and we're expecting a little over 200 teams, so that's another really big event. We're welcoming the riverboat passengers of the American Heritage. We'll be back welcoming that for 8 stops between July 13th and 25th, so they'll be docking at the old LST barge, and then they'll be getting on some buses, taking some tours around Evansville, and then headed back on their way. But we're really excited to welcome them back. We had a great response last year, so hopefully we'll be able to get some more tours in the near future.
Now, is this more than usual this summer? What's going on?
Yes, absolutely. And one other really big piece of business, we're excited to welcome back the International Society of Association Executives. It's a lot of words thrown at you. But for the week of July 24th, we will have lots of meeting planners and convention planners in town. So they'll be able to get a little taste of our city and hopefully be able to bring back their respective organizations to Evansville for their meetings and annual conventions as well.
What in particular do you highlight about Evansville when you have groups like that come in?
Absolutely. I think I like to highlight our history, and the museums that we have, I think, are very much underappreciated and I really want people to come in and listen to the stories that we have here, because they are so rich and they are so important to our heritage and what makes Evansville special.
What do you think is the biggest event that we have in the summer?
Well, I am a Handy's Corner resident, so I always like to say First Fridays, but I think it's just summer in general that just carries so much weight here in Evansville. I always talk about how I'm excited for my Evansville summer. There's so many small events that are happening throughout the city that are so diverse and unique that I think summer itself is the event of the season.
Well, and it's hot and people want to get out.
Absolutely, exactly. And then being right next to the riverfront, you get a little bit of a breeze and get to cool down and find your next favorite ice cream spot or find shade under a tree and enjoy some live music. It's one of the best places to spend a summer.
How does the riverfront play into attracting groups and stuff?
Absolutely. I know that there is a lot of talk of developing the riverfront a little bit more, and I'm really excited about the plans announced by Downtown Evansville. And I think with our organization specifically, the riverboat tourism really is important. We've had so much history when it comes to the power of the Ohio River. So I'm really excited to be able to welcome guests via the riverboats and just that aspect of tourism returning back to Evansville.
I know if I have somebody come in from out of town, I always make a point to show them the riverfront.
Of course.
It just seems like that's our shining star.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to see how it develops in years to come.
Right. So is that something big in the works?
Yes, I believe I've heard from a couple of different organizations in town. Downtown Evansville posted about it recently, just what can happen and what their plans are to revitalize the Ohio riverfront.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much.
The Downtown Evansville Economic Improvement District is hosting a couple events coming up this summer. Our largest event of the year is Fireworks on the Ohio, presented by Bally's Evansville. It's also Evansville's 4th of July celebration. So of course, every year it's on July 4th. This year is no exception. So Tuesday, July 4th, starting at 6 p.m. along Riverside Drive. We want to invite the community to join us. We'll have about 20 food trucks along Riverside Drive, music, a large kids area that's sponsored by Ruler Foods, and then of course the grand event of the evening is our fireworks show. It's an extremely popular attraction. It's a 20-minute show. It'll be discharged from the Ohio River on a barge, and it'll start approximately at dusk at 9:15 p.m. We do have a new event series that we're launching this year. We're doing 2 of them, and the first one is on August 11th. It's called a Night Market Series. So we're really excited to introduce this series to the community. We got the idea from it by talking with our downtown merchants, but we also wanted to create an opportunity where people could come downtown in the evening, experience downtown as a nightlife destination, and also enjoy specialty food stalls, purchase produce that maybe only is normally at like a market on Main or a daytime farmer's market. Wanted to create that experience at night. So you can come down to this event and also interact with a lot of local artisans and makers. And so that event is new. As I said, it's on Friday, August 11th. It's going to be in the evening hours, so after work, probably from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. And we're introducing it on 6th Street, which is a really unique street. We're trying to expand off of Main Street and provide some opportunities for people to explore other parts of our downtown. So that'll be located on 6th between Main and Sycamore on Friday, August 11th.
So we have a lot of exciting things going on at EVPL this summer. Of course, the big thing is our summer. It happens every year in the summer, and people sign up and register, and for the amount of books they read, they can enter to win prizes and get a lot of fun goodies, local coupons, water bottles that are EVPL branded. Our summer begins June 1st. We have kickoffs at all of our locations. We have exciting events, fun activities, things like that. And it goes from June through the end of July. It's for all ages. We have lots of fun activities around the theme of our summer, which is Begin Your Journey. So it's all about travel, exploration, that kind of thing. We have a couple of exciting things as well that we've partnered with Wesselman Woods on. At our neighborhood branches, West, Stringtown, and East Branch, they will be coming and they'll bring animals that they have. It's called Animal Tales, and they'll have stories connected to the different animals that they bring, and kids can interact with them as well. Also, at the end of June, we'll be doing a library day at Wesselman Woods, where if you bring your library card, you get in for free. If you don't have a library card, we have the library there, and you can sign up for a card and then get in free. And we'll have story times, we'll have animal encounters around we'll have animal encounters around the stories that we read during story time around those particular animals. There'll be fun activities. There'll also be guided tours at Wesselman Woods. So we're excited about that. We did it a couple years ago and it was a big hit. Here at EVPL Central in the Browning Rooms on June 7th, we're doing a Preserving Pride event. We have a preservation studio here, but we'll be bringing it down to the Browning Rooms so people can come and bring any documents, any pictures, any type of ephemera that they have specifically around the LGBTQ community. We also have Robin Wall Kimmerer coming. She wrote the book Braiding Sweetgrass. We're really excited about that. It's part of our Speak series. She'll be coming on July 13th, so please check that out. There are so many exciting events. I can't begin to name them all here, but they are all on our calendar of events on our website at evpl.org.
Here's a look at some other local events coming up. Now we're joined by our neighbors to the west to discuss what events are happening in Posey County this summer. Carrie Mobley of Visit Posey County joins us now. Thank you for being with us. So what kind of exciting events are going on in Posey County this summer?
So Posey County has a lot going on this summer, specifically in New Harmony. We have a New Harmony Antique Show. It's the 21st annual, and that's the first big event coming up, and that's June 10th and 11th. And so what that event is, we have antique vendors that line Main Street, New Harmony, and we also have them inside the Riviera Gym. We're also going to have an appraisal fair as well from George Higbee, the antique nomad. So that's something really exciting. He's been coming the past couple of years. So if you have any items at home that you think might be worth something, now's a good time to bring them out and see if you can get some extra money for them.
So what will you, just to pause on that for a second, I would think that would be a big draw.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to have like crowd control? How will people be in line for that?
It's usually not too bad, just because there's so much to do throughout the town that usually it flows pretty well.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just so much to see that whole weekend. So if you see the lines long, maybe just shop around a little longer and go back in line. But the lines usually aren't too bad.
So the vendors, they'll be selling their antiques?
Yeah, they'll be selling their antiques. So, I mean, it's everything from like old advertising signs to like old dolls and, you know, just really unique things that you can't usually find anywhere else because these people do all the work for you. They go out and find it and bring it to New Harmony. And New Harmony is really known for that antique shopping area as well. So,
already.
Yeah,
Right.
so it just kind of brings it all together in one.
But these are going to be vendors from outlying areas as well?
Yes, they're from all over. They're from all over the country. So I think there's maybe 40 vendors, 50 vendors. So we're definitely excited for that event coming up.
Okay, so what other events?
So also a fairly new event is the Firefly Festival. So that festival is going to take place on June 16th and 17th. And this festival is going to be more in the evening because this is when our beautiful fireflies come out. New Harmony is known for the Say's firefly, which is actually Indiana's state bug. That was just assigned about 4 to 5 years ago.
I had no idea.
But the Say's firefly is named after Thomas Say, and he actually lived in New Harmony and studied the fireflies and found the species and named it.
I didn't even know there was more than one species of firefly.
Yeah, I didn't either, but now we do. But the fireflies come out for about 2 weeks out of the year where they're really strong, and it's usually mid-June, and we just have some really beautiful spots for people to go walk to or take golf carts or anything to go watch their beautiful display. But we're also going to have fun events that kind of coincide with that. One of the things we're going to be doing is a glow dance down by the Wabash River. So everyone's going to be wearing the stick figure glow lights and dance around, and we're going to take videos. All the shops are having specials, and it's just a really exciting time for New Harmony specifically because we just love when the fireflies come out.
Wow, that's really neat. Now, okay, so others, you said there are more festivals coming up.
So a couple others, and this is later in the summer, but we have the Mount Vernon River Days Festival, and that's always the second weekend of September, as well as Kunstfest, which is our big German festival in New Harmony, and that's always the third weekend of September. But also in the summertime, we have things that happen, every weekend. Specifically the New Harmony Farmers Market. That's in front of the Working Men's Institute every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. And this is just where all of our local farmers and florists come and sell all of our delicious produce and beautiful peonies. The peonies are out like crazy right now, and they're really gorgeous too. So that's every weekend. And then we also do second Saturdays in New Harmony. So every second Saturday, we just fill up our calendar of events. Each shop has their own experience, whether it be soap making or pottery or any sort of little fun experience you could think of. We pretty much have it covered.
What do you think is the biggest event that happens in Posey County in the summer?
The biggest event will probably be this summer. Kunstfest and River Days are the biggest of the year, and those are more of a fall event. But I think this summer we can really look forward to the Firefly Festival. I think it's going to be, every year it just gets bigger and better, and it just is so unique, and it's not something that's really offered anywhere around here. So that's why New Harmony really tries to stand out. What makes us different? How can we showcase our beautiful small town and make visitors come out and enjoy it every year?
Well, it sounds like big fun, and I think I can see where children especially would enjoy the Firefly Festival.
Especially, and there's so many fun kid events as well. It's very family friendly, or for couples, or just anyone that wants to come. There's something for everyone.
Great. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Whenever it gets warm and summertime comes, Henderson really becomes a cool, laid-back festival town, especially with our riverfront in the backdrop. It's really beautiful in our downtown area. So we're kicking off our festival season with Porch Fest on June 3rd. So Porch Fest is the ultimate display of our Henderson hospitality. South Main shuts down, and friends and neighbors open up their front porches to really transform into concert venues. So we'll have 8 musicians on 8 front porches, family friendly and free. So come on down for that on June 3rd. And then we have our big one, WC Handy Blues and Barbecue Festival. And that always coincides with Father's Day weekend. So this year it's June 14th through 17th. We welcome thousands of visitors from all around the world to celebrate the Father of Blues, W.C. Handy, on our riverfront in Audubon Mill Park. So now we're moving into July. So July 26th through 29th, we have Sandy Lee Watkins Songwriters Festival. So if you've ever been to a Nashville-style listening room, maybe Bluebird Cafe, that vibe comes to Henderson. So we have a couple dozen songwriters Grammy Award winners that come to Henderson, play the songs that they've written that we hear on the radio, and they tell the story behind the songs, what they were thinking and feeling whenever they wrote the songs. So that's always a really fun event too. And we kind of wrap up our summer festival season with Bluegrass in the Park. That's August 11th and 12th this year. You know, the father of bluegrass was born just about an hour down the road. So to be able to celebrate bluegrass music, which is really the music of Kentucky, is always a ton of fun. At that festival, there are tons of events for kids and of course free music for 2 days straight.
Here's a look at some other local events coming up. Thanks again to all of our guests for joining us to discuss the ways our community can enjoy the summer. Thanks for watching WNIN Newsmakers.